Hi, welcome to Medium Pool. I'm Xu Luyan. As I have talked about how social media promotion among relevant audiences could improve the quality of user engagement of a viral video in my last video essay last semester. In this video essay, I will be sharing something interesting I found this semester and further discussing how relevance of video contents could generate higher levels of user engagement for a video. The teamwork, leadership, and creative practice will also be discussed later. Within the time available, the Kolio video achieved stronger user engagement due to its relevant video content for viewers, while the Scotty Press video generated weaker user engagement.
Promotion evidences will be listed at first, and then I will also talk about the life cycle of these two videos with the basis of Nye and Helmsley's 2013 model in order to show how social media promotion creates relevance between users, thus enhancing user engagement, and Lindgren's 2012 framework of user engagement will be used to suggest the quality of user engagement. Then, Berger's 2013 STEPPS framework of the characteristics of contiguous media content will be referenced to show the way in which they make the video contents relevant to audiences. Also, O'Brien and Thompson's research on engagement will be used to discuss the similarity between these two videos. Finally, researches of Smith and Katzenbach, Tuchman, Broxton et al., and Ronco would be made use of in order to reflect on the aspects of teamwork, leadership, and creative practice during my group video production.
Our Kolio video was produced for promoting a local digital wallet. Kolio is a mobile application based on Liverpool and is expanding its influence to a global level. This video highlights Kolio's advantages of convenience and local exploration in comparison with everyday banking.
Animation with Kolio's color was used in this video in order to strengthen interests for audiences by moving graphics as well as sentences, which could make Kolio easier to be recognized and identified. Screen captures were included in the animation parts, illustrating tutorials about how to use Kolio app. Real footages were shot mainly in stores on the Bold Street of Liverpool, which supported Kolio payment and thus showed how Kolio is convenient in the real world. Closed captions were covered in this video for promotion across various social media platforms. This video and its description on YouTube page have 5 calls to action. Firstly, it tries to persuade viewers to download the Kolio app and start to explore local stores, which are the focus of this video as well. Secondly, viewers could click the link of Kolio website to know more about Kolio and support this local economy. Thirdly, sustainable usage of Kolio is encouraged instead of just using the £5 reward. This is also a point highlighted by the Kolio slide. Then we hope that viewers can click like and leave a comment if they like this video, and finally, to subscribe to the channel. The last 2 calls to action are aimed for commercial purposes, like increasing user engagement in future videos and the possibility of advertising.
The target audience of this video is mainly businessmen aged from 25 to 50 years old, especially those who often use apps in their daily lives. Younger audiences like university students are also our potential influencers, considering the usage of animation in our video, as well as the fact that we are more likely to be exposed to university students.
To reach the target audiences, we shared this video on 5 social media platforms, which were Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Weibo, and WeChat. Drawing on Carol's article about how to write and edit for digital media, thumbnails, a short trailer, hashtags mentioning the select accounts, and hyperlinks were included in the posts. Personally, I got 3 retweets, 8 likes, 6 link clicks, and 5 profile clicks in Twitter, and 6 likes in WeChat. The link we posted was the registering website of Collio, so clicks could mean our video influenced the users' behavior and pushed the transition of their identities from social media viewers to Collio consumers. We also tweeted to visit Liverpool, and for our influencer, Jade Wright, who is a Northwest consultant for food, drink, and culture for goodtastemagazines.co.uk. We felt this was good because being a culture-based Twitter already, we felt the video would be a good addition to their reasons to visit Liverpool. This video's life cycle starts with a tipping point of 23 views after creation. Then, after a growth phase, the number of views increases to 48 due to our first promotion on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on May 3rd, 2018. Afterwards, it enters the decay phase to 11 views and then experiences another peak of 73 views as a result of our second promotion on all the 5 platforms on May 7th, 2018. The second decay phase happens again with some revivals. In my opinion, the reason why the second peak could be higher may be our promotion on Chinese social media created relevance between Collio and undeveloped consumers, allowing Collio to be exposed to the group of Chinese students who are studying in the UK. The video generated the stronger user engagement. We got 213 views, 5 shares, 16 likes, and 2 comments by the end of May 8, 2018. The majority of traffic came externally. It is very evidently the result of our social media promotion. Based on Lingren's argument on high-quality user engagement, comment leavers showed their personal interest in the contents of this video. The majority of viewers were drawn from the UK, and there were also viewers from other regions like Japan and the United States. Both Collio and Scotty Press are based on Liverpool, but Collio's global strategy as well as Collio's retweet of my post helped enlarge the influence of our video, which showed how the relevance of video content has impacts on user engagement. Berger's STPPS framework helps a lot to create relevance between users and this video. For example, we shot real footages in several ordinary venues including street, church, cafe, and restaurant in Liverpool, and we portrayed the businessmen or students who use Collio to pay for ordinary items like coffee and burgers, which composed of triggers that influenced behavior and created association. These footages also provided a feeling of spectating others doing, which revealed characteristics of public. We highlighted the emotion of anxiety at the beginning, with the animation saying one of the many questions you may ask today is, where is the money in my bank going to? But focus on a feeling of happiness in the real footages to show a contrast of emotions between before and after using Collio. From the relative audience retention, we can see that the above average clips tend to be those shot in the real world and full of positive emotions. In addition, the average view duration of this video was 57 seconds and the majority of views were mobile phone based. According to O'Brien and Toms, interest and attention can contribute to avoiding disengagement after the period of engagement. Despite our arrangement with mixture of male and female voiceovers, in order to make this video not too boring to catch viewers' attention, we still failed to retain viewers. Hence, we think consumers may not watch a 3-minute video in a digital age. It may be more contagious if a video is shorter and is suitable for a quick view on the mobile phone. Let's move on to the next block. Smith and Kanzer-Burch's T-performance curve shows our TA3 is a real team which consists of people who share a common purpose to work. We have relatively high team effectiveness and then high performance impact. What we needed to make the progress from the real T to the high performance T was a very strong personal commitment or a leap of faith. As we just knew each other for 1 semester, it may need more time for us to form powerful relationships through more communications. Our T actually experienced what Tuckman defines as 4 stages of T development. At the beginning, our T formed. We tried to know each other politely. Then we experienced the storming phase where we had generally two different opinions on the video idea that should pitch to the slide. We were at first afraid of conflicts, but we later decided to treat conflicts positively. To solve the difference, we entered the norming phase, agreed to be divided into two groups, and each group member created their ideas. The caller slide could decide which one she preferred, so we could meanwhile make sure that our idea satisfied the slide's demands. We knew each other better and thus developed a stronger commitment to the T goal, reaching the well-performed phase eventually. Actually, we did not definitely design a leader, which might be a point that needed to be improved. According to Gorman, when leadership style works best, the leader could help a lot, like healing rifts and motivating team effectiveness. When we should have designed the venues for video recording, it took a long time for us to reach a consensus because everyone would politely say, "I don't really mind," or "it is good to me." It was not bad if we were trying to accommodate ourselves to others' ideas, but it would also cause inefficiency of decision making. We might need a leader to get quicker results. Nevertheless, the advantages of teamwork should be acknowledged. Broxton et al. Have mentioned how the number and range of social media posts that share and reshare a video could make the video viral. If we compare the analytics of this video with the media culture video I produced last semester, it is not hard to find out that the group video obtained higher levels of user engagement than the individual video. It may mainly attribute to the bigger number of social media promotion posts. The range of influence have been expanded in this semester by all of our team members rather than the limited influence by myself last semester. When it comes to creativity, as Ruko has suggested, after we identified the problem we needed to sort out, we created a permissive environment and were willing to hear different and multiple voices. However, what we lacked was intrinsic motivation. We may focus too much on what the teacher and the client expected here, so creativity and individual interests may compromise to worry about the grades under these circumstances. I'm really proud of our video, but I think it would be better if the video had been planned in a more creative or interesting way.
To conclude this section, within the time available, our Colio video generated higher levels of user engagement, which could attribute to the relevance of video contents. Our team also showed higher levels of performance in terms of teamwork and creative practice, in spite of some points that needed improving. Our Scotty Press video was produced for Scotty Press Online. It is Britain's longest-running community newspaper, reflecting the voice of Vauxhall area in Liverpool. As a result of the history of Scotland Road running through it, this area is also named Scotty Road area.
Colorful and fun animation was also used in this video because we hope to attract younger audiences. Hence, we introduced this area as in detail as we could. We interviewed an old female resident of this area in order to tell audiences how people living here would think of this community. Real footages were shot in the Scotty Road area in Liverpool, but seldom of them were used. This video has 4 calls to action. Firstly, it asks the audiences to purchase newspaper of Scotty Press. Secondly, audiences are encouraged to check out Scotty Press website with a link at the top of our video. Thirdly, we would appreciate it if viewers could click like and leave a comment. And finally, to subscribe to the channel as what we hope for Colio video.
The core audience of this video is mainly young audience like children, as we not only did animation, but also gave the video the title as Scotland Road for Newbies. Viewers of other ages are also targeted, especially those who have connections with this area, Liverpool or England.
To reach the audiences, we shared this video on 5 social media platforms as well. I only got 1 like, 1 link click, and 1 profile click in Twitter, 1 like in Weibo, and 9 likes in WeChat. We also tweeted to the Museum of Liverpool, as this newspaper can be a heritage newspaper. Influences on users' behavior were really limited for this video. The life cycle of this video experienced a relatively long period between the creation of 14 views and the tipping point of 8 views because we were waiting for the slide's permission before we started to promote. This video orbited the peak of 56 views after a growth phase as a result of our promotion on social media on May 7, 2018. It then enters the decay phase to 6 views with 2 revivals later. The video generated a weaker user engagement. We got only 115 views, 2 shares, 7 likes, and no comment by the end of May 8, 2018. All the viewers for this video came from the UK. It was really surprising. The statistics may result from the fact that this newspaper is based on a specific district of Liverpool, which itself has a narrow range of the audiences. Relevance of this video to its viewers is relatively weak because people have no certain association with this district might not care much about this newspaper. Berger's STEPPS framework has limited influences on this video. Triggers and public characteristics can be seen from the rare footages shot on the Scotland Road, but seldom of these parts are used finally due to our compromise to the interview part and the animation about the history. More rare footages could have been used to show how Scotland looks today. Therefore, trigger and public characteristics could function for this video, which could create associations and relevance that influence audiences' behavior. The average view duration of this video was 1 minute and 4 seconds, and views were also mainly based on mobile phone. This point shows the similarity between these two videos. Both of them hardly maintained the view duration, which suggested that a proper shorter video tends to be more likely to be contagious. Our TB2 should be a potential T. The working model of this T is definitely different from our A3T. Although we did many work together, we allocated everyone's work and responsibility. For example, someone may do the shooting scenes, someone should do the animation, and anyone else will do the interview. It seems that we need to establish more collective responsibility to make sense, so the performance impact can be higher, and we can turn into a real team. We also did not select a leader for this team, so our decision-making was out of order as well. After the forming, our team also experienced the same storming phase like our column team. We adopted the same solution to this problem and pitched 2 ideas to the slide with different people produced. When we did the interview part, we have different ideas about whether we should ask the interview to appear on the screen. At last, we compromised to voice interview so relevant archive pictures could be used here to make up for the lack of interviewer. During this process, we knew difference among individuals should be respected and a common approach should be found for tighter relationships between team members. The advantages of teamwork could also be seen in this team. If we compare the analytics of this video with the Media Society video I produced last semester, the group video also obtained higher levels of user engagement than the individual video. Speaking of the creative practice, I think this team shared a similar creativity model with my column team, such as the creative process of brainstorm. The intrinsic motivation may be ignored here as well. It would be better if we did more colorful and interesting animation. Also, it may be boring if we just talk about the history of Scotland Road with one voice throughout the whole video.
To conclude this section, within the time available, the video which generated lower levels of user engagement was our Scotty Press video, because it didn't create enough relevance and associations between the video contents and users. Our team showed lower levels of performance in terms of teamwork, leadership, and creative practice as well. To sum up, within the time available, the Colio video achieved stronger user engagement due to its relevant video contents, while the Scotty Press video generated weaker user engagement. Teamwork could help a video to be promoted efficiently. Higher levels of team performance could contribute to higher levels of user engagement of a viral video. In addition, I also found that a properly shorter video is more likely to be contagious. That's all from me for now. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. For more information about the series mentioned above, please check out the works of the authors below. This has been me, Xu Luyan for Media Pro. Thanks for watching. Bye!